Ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community and around the world, we've got another episode of the Morning After for you today on a Friday, my favorite day of the week, the pay for the drinks day, the get weird with the boys day, the get freaky and naughty with the kids day. And I'll tell you what we're going to start today's show off with. We made a 5-piece entry for the Bookit Sports creators last night, and Trent put Nasrid threes. And Shelliard put Matt Rempe hits. And Jovan put Zach Gallen more than fantasy score. They might as well not even have shown up. Nasrid 0 for 4. Zach Gallen tore the hamstring. And I don't even know if Matt Rempe had the goddamn skates on. But I'll tell you who came through. Me, Lauren, and Krabs. No one thought.
3 out of 6.
Those three were going to come through. Nobody thought that those three were going to come through. Nobody thought that those three were going to come through.
You run back a 3-piece today?
Mine was a push.
You guys?
Mine was a push, but came through. Would have paid either way. Would have came through, paid either way. Would have paid either way. Fresh off the wisdom teeth being pulled. Need some nukes for the Bookit crew. Let's go, Josh Mitty. We got you today. Nick is in the command chair today because Josh is at a wedding. Let's run the what in the world graphic and let's talk about some things that happened.
Let's do.
Welcome back to the news segment where me and now Nick are going to talk through what happened in the news last night right after I send this tweet out. Nick, entertain the people.
Entertain the people. Cardinals, hottest team in baseball right now. Everyone shits on me, so when I get airtime, I gotta just go in there, dive in. Although today, Trent is going boss level against Mason Wynn, who's on a 18-game hitting streak, so that one is good as chalked for tonight as the Cardinals take on the Philadelphia Phillies, the hottest team. Or the best team in baseball against the hottest team in baseball. So should be a good one.
All right, let's go, Nick.
Your favorite, Miles Michaelis on the mound.
Michaelis is on the bump today?
On the
Who
bump.
Are you playing?
Phillies against Aaron
That's
Nola.
A system play fade. We're fading the Cardinals today. That
Not
is literally
great.
a system. That is
Not
a
great.
system fade play with Nick on the show, Michaelis pitching, and Trent on Mason Wynn. That is a system fade the Cardinals play.
Hey, last time I was on here, I said Miles Michaelis was going to pitch, was going to shove, and he did when they were at Moneyline Dogs. So we might as well just run that back today, even though I don't really believe it.
You did say that, though. You did say that. I'm not going to lie. That was said. Some weird things happened last night. What's going on, Sonny Dutchy? What's going on, Christopher Pipkin in the RedTube YouTube chat? Shout out my RedTube YouTube gang. Also, shout out our Twitch chat as well. Jamie said I look cute today. Let's fucking go.
Nice.
Love to hear that. Some things happened last night that I want to talk about. First off, Luka Doncic is the best player in the NBA, and I don't think there can be any debate anymore. In a must-win game, because you don't want to go 7, you want to close it out away from home, to come out and have 20 points in the first quarter, shoot 4 from 5 from 3, and take over the game completely after Kyrie starts a game 1 for 4. I don't understand how we're having conversations. I don't understand how we're having debates. I don't understand how other players are even receiving trophies when this man is in the league. There has never been a big game he hasn't showed up for. There's never been a big shot that he hasn't hit. And there's never been a situation or moment when the Dallas Mavericks have needed him that he has not showed up for. Game winners over Rudy Gobert. Must-win games in Minnesota, blowing them out by 30 points. This is the best player in the NBA. This is the face of the league. And I don't think there can be any debate anymore. Jokic shouldn't have an MVP trophy. Joel Embiid probably shouldn't have an MVP trophy. I don't know what in the world has gotten into the NBA and the voters and the players and the fans that cannot watch this man play basketball and do not genuinely believe that he is the best player in the NBA. And I'll say it, by leagues. He's about to play the Boston Celtics. And by the way, the Mavericks are to win that series in 6, if not 7. Wouldn't mind 7, but in 6. Because if you think that him and Jason Tatum are anywhere near the same tier of superstar or of basketball player, you are out of your goddamn mind. Watching Luka Doncic last night play against Anthony Edwards, who we crowned as the face of the league, the next Michael Jordan, and to watch what Luka Doncic did to Anthony Edwards last night, who, by the way, was too scared to switch and guard him. Didn't guard Luka Doncic one time. If your team is down and you're losing, you're guarding Luka Doncic if I'm the coach and I have Anthony Edwards. There can be no debate that Luka Doncic is in his own tier. There is a tier above everyone else in the NBA right now, and it's Luka Doncic. He's 25 years old. Been in the Western Conference Finals, I believe, 2 times, about to go to his first NBA Finals at 25.
Crazy.
I don't understand. I don't understand. And obviously, he's not better than Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson's but I don't understand how there's even a debate. Tell me why he shouldn't have had the MVP this year. There is literally zero excuse as to why Luka Doncic shouldn't have the MVP this year. This was a Dallas Mavericks team that, by the way, missed the playoffs last year after trading for Kyrie Irving. That came into preseason, by the way, that everyone was saying probably going to have another down year because Luka and Kyrie can't figure it out. Probably going to have another down year because Kyrie Irving doesn't know how to be a good teammate, and Luka Doncic is a cancer in the locker room. These are things that were said preseason. A Mavericks team that when they made the playoffs, no chance they make it. No chance they make it. They're going to have to go through the Thunder, the number 1 seed. Now they're going to have to play Anthony Edwards. And all the while, what is Luka Doncic doing? Stacking 30-point games, disrespecting players that we sit here every day and say, he's the best player in the league. 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 I got news for you. The best player of the league lives in Dallas, Texas, and plays for the Dallas Mavericks. And I don't think there's a debate anymore. As to who is the face and who is the best player in the NBA. It's Luka Doncic.
There's a lot of guys that
Can you fix the chat?
Yeah, I'll fix the chat here in a second. But yeah, I mean, Mavericks coming into the playoffs as a 5 seed, they're getting hot at the right time. I don't think people talk about what Kyrie's doing enough. The comeback that Kyrie has made since he's been down in Dallas, and even more really just this year, the turnaround that Kyrie has had as a player on the court and off the court too. For the amount of locker room issues is, surrounded him when he was on all the other teams he's played for, and now he's just a perfect complement to Luka, taking a number 2 role on a team, where he's always been kind of a number 2 guy.
Perfect compliment.
Perfect compliment.
And it's okay, now we can, in that fourth quarter, let's put Luka on the bench. We have a 20-point lead. It's starting to get close to 19 points because the Timberwolves are starting to cut it back a little bit. And who comes out and starts busting and then has more points than Luka by the end? Kyrie Irving. So it's the perfect, okay, let's rest Luka. Let's get Kyrie going. And by the way, I feel like this isn't said enough. The Mavericks came into this playoffs. It was almost assumed they were going to lose to the Clippers. These are the players that Luka Doncic has had to go through this year. These are the players that Luka Doncic has had to beat this year in the playoffs. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. And don't discount that Thunder team. That was the number 1 seed in the West. Don't discount that Thunder team because those names just came out of my mouth. Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns. You want to know who Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics had to go through to get to the NBA Finals? You want to know who Jason Tatum had to go through? Not Tyrese Halliburton, not Jimmy Butler, barely Tyler Hero. I don't even know who they played in the first round. Who the fuck did the Celtics play in the first round?
Good question.
Orlando Magic? Was it the Orlando Magic? No, they played the Cavs.
Help me out, chat.
Who the fuck did the Celtics play in the first round? Because I got news for you. Yeah, such a Providence move. Yeah. For people that don't know, I was already talking to my girlfriend this morning. I was like, yeah, I think we're going to go to Dunkin'. She was like, ew. I was like, dude, if you grew up on the East Coast, this is your religion.
Yeah.
Dunkin' is your religion. No fucking Starbucks.
Yeah, it is. Really.
No fucking Starbucks. I got news for you. Injured Heat, injured Cavs, injured Pacers. That's who Jason Tatum went through. Luka Doncic went through Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. And we're having conversations about Jason Tatum.
Yeah. As much as I love my guy because he's from St. Louis, I feel like we've talked about it before. The Celtics built these big teams around Tatum. And yeah, they're here and they've had a great year. But going up against Luka and Kyrie in the finals, it's going to be a good finals. But what do you think? There's been a lot of debate on, obviously, I think offensively, Kyrie and Luka, best duo. A lot of people saying defensively, though, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, obviously. So that'll be a good matchup in the finals. Those 4 going up against each other.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. What do you want Tatum to do about that? He doesn't set the fucking matchups. I just want us to start having realistic conversations. That's it. Let's just have realistic conversations. Luka Doncic against Tatum, 3 of the strongest teams. If I sat here today, whoever's on the fucking Bookit Sports account, if I sat here today and said Luka Doncic is going to have to go through the Timberwolves, the Clippers and the Thunder, you would have given him a 0% chance of advancing. A 0% chance.
For those that
0% chance. I just want to have a realistic conversation that there are tiers in the NBA, and there's Luka Doncic, there's 5 feet, there's Jokic, SGA, another 20,000 feet, then there's Tatum, Anthony Edwards, then 50,000 feet, then another 50,000, then Devin Booker. And by the way, Jalen Brunson's like an inch below Luka. Those are the tiers. That's the conversation I want to have. That's a conversation I want to have. I don't think Jason Tatum's a fucking superstar.
Well, and he will be classified as a superstar if he, I think he is, but he will be more so if they go out and beat the Mavs.
Yeah.
If you win, I mean, that's why Jokic, everyone's saying, is the best player in the league because he's won the championship.
Yeah.
Has the MVP. So what it comes down to is not season MVPs or season wins. It's you win championships, then you can be called the face of the league. And if the Mavs do that with Luka, yeah, probably earns that title.
True. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. If he wins his championship, nothing I can say, right? I mean, the NBA, like we talked about, the NFL is a statistics league. The NBA is a winning league. So if you win in the NBA, you get put in different tiers regardless of the statistics you put up. In the NFL, it doesn't matter if you win if you're not putting up great statistics. I think that's the difference between the two leagues. Can you fix the chat so I can see as well?
Yeah.
But that's the only conversation I want to have, man. That's the only conversation I want to have. You know what I mean? Jaylen Brown has to hit the game winners for Jason Tatum. Derek White has to hit the game winners for Jason Tatum. You know who hits the game winners for Luka Doncic? Fucking Luka Doncic. You know who hits the game winners for the Dallas Mavericks? Fucking Luka Doncic. Whenever the Boston Celtics need a hard bucket, who do they go to? Not fucking Jason Tatum. So are you a superstar? No, you're not. Sorry, you're not. You're just a good player on a really, really great team. You're a good player on a great team. But when there's a shot to be made and the Dallas Mavericks are playing basketball, you go to Luka fucking Doncic. There's not one time that the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, has won them a game this year on a big shot. It's been Jaylen Brown. It's been Derek White 1,000 million times, and probably fucking Al Horford. But I'll tell you what, when you need a bucket, what does Jason Tatum do? Brick shit so then Jaylen Brown can send you to overtime, and then Jason Tatum in fucking garbage time and overtime hits 2 threes. That's all I'm saying. That's the only conversation I want to have.
A lot of love for Jason Kidd, too.
Love Jason Kidd. New Jersey Net. People forget.
Legend.
People forget. Legend. I was also tapped into the hockey game. Dude, I just don't like Krabs couldn't have been more right. I don't know what I'm doing, been on the Rangers in the Gooey Garden.
Yeah.
Like it's a chalk fest. It's a chalk fest. Did you also see? I think it was the not the GM. I forget who it was. And the Mavericks took a beer away from Luka during the celebration.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're trying to watch his weight.
Yeah.
They're trying to watch. He's like, dude, mission not over. With your body build, you got 6 of those. You're putting on 15 pounds, Luka.
What do you think of that? Are you a proponent of teams celebrating conference division playoff bursts or only celebrating when you win the championship? Because NHL and NFL, I think, are both, they don't do any ceremonies until the finals. But baseball, you clinch the division, you get. Yeah, they celebrate like every single
the
time.
Baseball, you win one game, they bring out the goggles.
Thoughts on bringing out the goggles before the finals.
I'll say this. I'm weird. I don't think they should touch the trophy. I like that the NHL does that. I don't think you should touch the conference championship trophy. I don't know why. That's just weird for me. But, dude, I think you celebrate, man. You guys worked your fucking ass off. If you're the Mavericks, you just had to go through the Clippers,
but it's not the
Thunder,
end goal,
the Timberwolves. Not the end goal. But, dude, I think sometimes in life it's okay to celebrate before you get to the journey. You put in all that work to get to the goal in the beginning of the season is to get to the NBA Finals. Obviously, it's to win, but the goal is to get there, to put yourself in a position to win. You put yourself in a position to get there, and you did it in that fashion. You can drink a couple beers and celebrate with the boys, because that's still when you go back at the end of this year. If you lose to the Celtics, you fucking got there, dude. Yeah. You got there.
I don't. That's LC said nothing guaranteed. Nothing guaranteed. You have to celebrate each step. I don't know what's going on with chat.
I agree. I think you should, because here's the thing that we talk about every day on the show. Enjoy the journey, not the destination. The destination is winning an NBA championship. Sure. That's the best celebration. But enjoy the journey along the way, dude. And when you get to that NBA Finals and you win the West, pop a couple bottles.
I think Kobe and Michael are celebrating conference championships.
I know they were. You kidding me? Jordan fucking probably cracked out the cigar.
I just hate
throwing $2,000 hands of blackjack.
I understand conference championship. Okay, you win that. I hate in baseball when they celebrate a wild card.
Yeah, that's
burst.
insane.
It's like you didn't even win you didn't win shit.
No, I think when you win the first and second rounds of the playoffs, you don't say shit.
Yeah,
we're moving. But now you get to the NBA Finals.
I'll give conference. Making the finals. Okay, you can have a beer. Don't touch the trophy until you win the championship.
The Celtics shouldn't have though, because they injured Pacers. There's nothing.
Yeah, they just get an asterisk like
just advance. Maybe have like one beer.
Yeah, one beer.
But no, I think you definitely got to celebrate, dude. I think you celebrate. I would love. Like, here's the thing. Like, if the Jets made it to a Super Bowl, I wouldn't mind if we celebrated. I wouldn't mind
if they won the AFC.
Yeah, if we won the AFC, dude. Yeah, fucking pop a bottle or two, man.
Yeah, if you beat Pat Mahomes, I mean, come on.
Pop a bottle or two. You know, like it's all like it's still like I think we do forget as much as I get up here and yell. They're still just playing a game. It's still for fun. Like, dude, obviously at the end of the day, you want to win the big dance, but you know, wins are wins, man. What up, Paid One in the Twitch chat? What else happened last night that I wanted to talk about? Shit. Oh, the Mariners are completely dead. I'm fucking just for future notice. Logan Gilbert Day has been hung up on the wall, not to be touched until the Mariners can figure out their bat situation. I lost to Spaghetti. That's tough, dude. That's a tough one to take. When you got to bet on Fade and Spaghetti and then he beats you, that shit hurts.
I mean, baseball, long season.
I mean, it can't be too focused on it. The Indiana Fever are actually moose shit. I know we talk about it every day. I'm not going to go on a Caitlyn Clark rant today, but she hooked on her points, pushed on her threes. The Indiana Fever are just so bad, dude. Like, the Seattle Storm aren't even that good. And for the Storm to fucking blow them out like that, like, dude, it's just not even.
Yeah, I mean.
It's just not. I'm not going to bet on them anymore. I got my win. I covered a spread or two. I'll bet on her points and threes occasionally, but this team is literally just so bad. What up, Sonny Dutchie in the RedTube chat? Like, this team is just so bad, dude.
That's why they had the first overall pick.
I know, but it's also like, dude, like they can't even compete to cover spreads.
No. I mean, you're either betting on Caitlyn Clark or you're not betting on that game.
And I think and last night was important. Sometimes that's got to happen to do that. Sometimes it's got to happen to do that. So I did that. But just disappointing in all, you know. I mean, I understand she was always going to be on a bad team, but I just disappointing that you got to watch her get fucking banged out. Atlas betting in the fucking YouTube chat. Let's go. For everyone wondering, I just posted the future bets. There was a podcast that came out for the morning after for the future bets, a place for the PLL. The PLL starts this weekend. For those of you that may not know, it's a Premier Lacrosse League. Make sure you're tapped in. At least ride one of my futures. The Atlas win team total over. The Atlas to win the championship. I sprinkled on 3 MVP winners, and I took Connor Schellenberger to win Rookie of the Year. On any future, just do me a favor. If you're in the chat today, if you're watching the show, just place one PLL future for me. DM it to me with a slip, and let's ride something for the whole year. It's going to be so much fun. Step back hard and says, go Cannons. They're going to have a great year. Ashton Olting, one of my possible MVP candidates. But, I mean, just take one future. We got all the bets coming for this weekend. We're going to talk about it at the end of today's show as well. We already talked about it yesterday with Krabs. I have $1,000 PrizePicks lineup. So just take one. Just take one.
Got games tomorrow and Sunday. We'll be streaming here from the house tomorrow for the first couple games of the season. Going to be riding some fun bets, so definitely be tuning in to the Twitch and YouTube. We'll be able to stream the game.
Yeah, so you guys will be able to literally watch the game with us on the stream.
Sweat out the bets.
So yeah, I mean, there are not season-long entries, unfortunately, Fat Girls, but there are squares for this weekend. But here's what I'm going to ask you to do. This is all I'm going to ask you to do. Just watch the one game on ABC. Give yourself one game.
And that's the rematch of last year's championship, Water Dogs and Archers, which was an electric finals last year.
Electric. You were boots on ground.
I was boots on ground with Krabs and Dukes in the monsoon.
I was about to say, in the wet rain.
Yeah, we flew to Philadelphia in a hurricane and went to the game while the hurricane was hitting Philadelphia. So it was a hurricane for the PLL finals. We got absolutely drenched. It was a good time though. Fun time.
Like, all I'm asking, the best two teams are the Water Dogs and the Archers. They're playing tomorrow on ABC. All I'm asking at 12 Central, that's 1 o'clock Eastern, just give it one chance. Just give it one chance. That's all I'm asking you to do. For me, just give it one chance.
Rich parlay, I'll give PL one chance. Just one.
Just one. Yeah. Take the Water Dogs, take the over, and let's bust.
Game time tomorrow is what time for first game? 12 Central.
And that's the ABC.
Is that Central time?
Yeah, I think Central time. That's 12 Central time, I believe. Cool. But just give it one chance, guys. Just give it one chance.
2 games tomorrow.
I know, Fat Girls. We tried.
4 games.
We tried. We got to get them to do season-long entries next year. We got them.
How many games tomorrow? 4? 2?
Huh?
Or is it 2 and 2?
2 and 2. And then 2 games on Sunday. But just watch the game on ABC. Not going to ask you to subscribe to ESPN Plus yet. Just watch the games on ABC. PLL is a Premier Lacrosse League, the big bot.
We might be able to give out some free ESPN Plus subscriptions too at some point later in the season. So
yeah, so if you guys get committed to watching the PLL, we're gonna do a giveaway for some ESPN Plus subscriptions, and that's every sport you can watch.
Valuable.
That's UFC.
Good value.
That's NHL. That's NBA. All you got to do is watch some PLL with us. What's my bet for the Champions League final tomorrow? We're going to talk about that towards the end of the show when that little blue square goes into the slate. Last thing I want to talk about before we move to that, though. Caitlyn Clark was talking some shit last night.
She was.
I don't know if you saw that.
She was chirping.
But I tweeted, I was like, I love this shit. Because you know what? The league clearly is very jealous of her. The league clearly does not like her presence because they feel like maybe she's not as good as everyone has said she is.
Sure.
I think that's very hard to me believe. She gets face guarded, picked up 9, double teamed, and is still averaging almost 20 points per game, dropping 30 balls. It's time for her to stand up for herself a little bit.
Has to.
And I love that shit. When a girl gets in your grill like that, Caitlyn, talk a little shit, dude. Like, this is literally your league now.
Yeah.
Like, stop letting, like, and you know what's funny? I posted that TikTok and actually ended up blowing up a little bit about my take about how they defend her. Dude, a lot of people are upset with how physical they are with her because she gets fucking botted after the play. She's gotten hit a couple times. She goes to the lane and they try to hurt her. But you know what, though, dude? Like, start talking. Talk a little shit, dude. Get in someone's grill. Like, let them know that you're here. That's the difference between what LeBron did when he was in your position, Caitlyn, and what Caitlyn's doing right now. Dude, when LeBron got in that position, he was fucking yamming down the middle of the lane, throwing shoulders into big men. Like, he proved that it was his league.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Caitlyn last night, finally getting in some woman's face and fucking talking a little shit and letting her know that she's here. That's what's going to get you that respect. And that's what makes everyone realize, oh shit, this is her fucking league, man. And she didn't back down either, dude. That girl was in grill. And Caitlyn was just like, what the fuck are you going to do, dude? Like, what the fuck are you going to do? So, like, let's talk a little shit, dude. Let's talk a little shit.
It makes it way more exciting. Sophie Cunningham, Mizzou legend.
Mizzou legend. Sophie Cunningham, show legend.
She probably was one of the biggest shit talkers in WNBA before, Caitlyn came in. Caitlyn's obviously shit talking a lot now. Who's your favorite shit talker in sports? Like, you get so much. Hockey guys are fun, especially in the playoffs.
Hockey guys are funny because they're like, you're DOS, bud.
Yeah. They start chirping, chat. Who's the best shit talker? Like those old NBA guys. Like, I feel like the NBA used to have so much more shit talking than they do now. Like, I mean, it is fun to see, like, when Ant and KD were going back and forth. Luka was talking some shit. You see Luka talk shit.
I think Luka might be up there, dude. He just says motherfucker, and that's it.
That's my funniest thing when Luka is shit talking and they're out there on the court and they're like, Luka's love to see Luka talking to the players and the fans in Slovenia, and he's just saying, you motherfucker, like he did last night to Snoop Dogg.
You can't fucking guard me. He's like, nah, speaking in Slovenian. I don't know. My favorite shit talker, probably Conor McGregor. He's up there. I fucking love Conor. I think the way that he talks is so funny. But in terms of like guys on the field, not like fighters, because I think that's part of the game in fighting, I think my favorite shit talker probably of all time.
KG was legendary.
Kevin Garnett's a good one.
Kobe's funny because there's that story about I think Iman Shumpert told about Iman was going off on Kobe that and then they get to the fourth quarter and Kobe just says, good game. You had a good game. And he's like, the fuck? And then he just goes off on him like. Those are the best because Andrew Luck used to do that too. When he gets tackled, just says, "Great hit, man! Great hit,
dude." I honestly think like I just saw a mic'd up of Johnny Manziel in the I think it was I forget what league it was. It wasn't UFL, it might have been CFL. But dude, I feel like Johnny Manziel, if I ever had him mic'd up, like I think he would have been up there, dude.
Yeah,
like he was like, oh, you want to start that talking now? Don't make me turn up on your bitch ass now, man. Like, I feel like Johnny Manziel, I'm wearing a shirt right now, but I think he might have been in a Hall of Fame shit talker, dude.
Hall of Fame.
Like, I think I would, if we could have mic'd up Johnny Manziel, that would have been like pay-per-view must-watch television, dude.
That would have been electric.
Like, I would have loved that. I would have loved that.
A lot of people saying McGregor, Aaron Rodgers.
Conor McGregor is just in another realm.
Oh, Baker's a good.
Baker's a great one,
Baker
dude.
Mayfield.
Grabbing his nuts and shit on the sideline. Baker's probably top 3 too, dude. Baker's for sure top 3.
I mean, between the shit talking and like, everyone's got their thing, the celebrations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Johnny's definitely up there.
The league's way more fun when you just have good old shit talking, and when they let them go at it too.
I love when they let them go at it,
like
dude.
NBA, it's like don't tee up the guys if they're fucking shit talking, or don't tee up Caitlyn if she's
I
jawing
agree.
at somebody. Like let them go a little bit.
John Morant's a good one. When John Morant's on and he's like yamming shit and
Yeah.
knocking down jumpers, he's a good one too. I like when he talks shit.
Ron Artest probably was
Well, he was just a psycho.
crazy.
He was just a psycho.
Off the rocker.
He was just a psycho.
A lot of good ones.
All right, should we surf some Slate?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Run the graphic.
Run the graphic.
Welcome back to Slate Surfers, the part of the show where me and now Nick are going to go through the slate and tell you what you need to pay for your drinks on the weekend. Today is Friday, and I'll tell you what, we're going to start in the NHL. Nick, the Stars have a chance to take a 3-2 series lead against the Oilers at home, and I'll tell you what we're doing. We're taking the over again at 5.5. I don't care. I don't
hate that. Honestly,
I don't care.
I don't hate that.
I'm done betting sides in this series. I'm done betting spreads and puck lines in this series. I'm taking the over, and I'm mailing it in. I'm mailing it in at 5.5. I do not care. I know the Oilers are going to sell and let up at least 3 goals, and I'm banking on the Oilers and Leon Draisaitl to stay hot on the offensive side of the puck and score at least 3 to 4, and that gets me the over.
Lauren's in chat. Is it a Wyatt day? Plus 200 anytime goal score.
Right, the chat. Yeah, I mean, we might be gathering materials.
Might need to gather.
Today might be a gather materials type day. Today might be, shout out to Atlas Betting in the YouTube chat. It's the over in the Oilers Stars 5.5. Like, just feed me it. I think I got 2 ahead of my skis with the Rangers last night in the Gooey Garden at plus chicken. Should have never touched that. But I'll tell you what, it's the over in the Oilers Stars because the Stars have proven that they've completely figured out the offensive side of the puck from last year's playoffs to this year. And the Oilers are only good at scoring puck. And it's at 5.5 again. I'm going to take the over.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Taking the over. Let's surf some MLB. I'll tell you what. Let me check for systems on the board, Nick.
While we go to MLB.
Are you ready for the systems on the board, Nick?
Let's hear it.
It's the Phillies minus 1.5 against the Moose Shit Cardinals.
I feel like that's a good bet today.
especially after
like
the narratives Trent on Mason win.
Yep. I mean, I'm gonna still say Cardinals money line.
The Phillies wagon
and put it on the record just for shits and gigs. I will not have actually any pending units on any of that on the Cardinals money line, but it just sounds good.
And the Krabs system, Guardians minus 1.5, Patrick Corbin not in a day game. Or is it Patrick Corbin in the day game is Moose? I think it's Patrick Corbin during the day game is really
don't
good.
ever recommend Patrick Corbin.
That's what I'm saying. We're fading him.
Yeah,
Guardians minus 1.5. The best team in baseball, Guardians. Yeah. Fading Moose shit, Patrick Corbin.
They got Barry Bonds
and Krabs.
So.
The Mets with a legacy win yesterday. We're not going back to them unless the squad ride tells us to. Holy shit, the Athletics are playing the Braves. That's Moose shit. Twins, Astros, not touching. Brewers, White Sox, not touching. I'll tell you what you will do, though, is you're going to go ahead and you're going to hand me the plus chicken Royals on a goddamn platter against the selling Padres. If the Padres do one thing, it's sell in big spots and sell as favorites. It's what they love to do. And you're telling me I can get Michael Wacha at plus chicken, the best team in baseball, the Kansas City Royals against the Padres who love to sell at every chance they get? With Dylan Cease on the bump? Yeah, sure. Give me Michael Wacha and the Royals at plus chicken. I mean, I won't stop until they stop. I won't stop until they stop. I won't stop until they stop.
There's one bet early baseball today that's kind of interesting. Ooh. In the Reds-Cubs game. Both of these offense have been pretty anemic the past 2 weeks or so. 8.5 is the total. Seems a little high.
It does seem high for a Cubs team. That
seems high, but that 8.5 is high. So you take the over? I don't know.
I think you take the over. Brian Carter said Wacha against his former team last year. Yeah, the Royals are a certified nuke piece.
Nerfy Cubs feels good. I like the Nerfy in that game.
But that total at 8.5 tells me that Nerfy's not hitting.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
That tells me that Nerfy is not hitting, and the first inning ends 2-0.
Yeah.
I don't know who scores 2, but someone's scoring 2. I'll say this, kind of falling in love with fading the Moose shit Rays. And you're telling me I can get the Orioles at minus 150 for a late piece?
Yeah, that's nice. On the blue book, it's minus 142.
Atlas Betting says Cubbies today, maybe, possibly, potentials. Why were the Cubs ever favorites anymore?
I mean, they're the Reds are the worst team in the Central right now, and just got beat 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals, so not doing well.
Nick, there is a potential system on the board.
What's the system?
I want you to tell me who's pitching for the Yankees today.
On the New York Yankees,
Why
you're.
don't you tell me who's pitching for the Yankees today?
Who is pitching for the Yankees today?
Take your time. It's okay. Take your time.
Scrolling.
Just check who's pitching for the Yankees today.
Marcus Stroman.
Who's pitching for the Yankees today?
Marcus Stroman. Certified Mikey guy.
And you're telling me they're minus 125?
Against
To the Michigan Giants with Marcus Stroman at the bottom?
Jordan Hicks pitched for the Giants, so.
Nick, I got news for you. It doesn't fucking matter who's pitching against
Where
him.
are the Yankees coming
Marcus
from?
Stroman is on fire. It's a Marcus Stroman day. Get out the popcorn. Break out the red underwear. It's Marcus Stroman day, Nick. And we're over here fooling around talking about the Reds Cubs over. And we got Marcus Stroman pitching. It's the Yankees money line. It's literally the Yankees money line. It's the Yankees money line. Marcus Stroman day, Yankees money line. I'm done playing games. Hey, Mikey, how'd Gilbert do yesterday? Certified Mikey guy. Hey, Wags, why don't you do me a favor and listen when I'm goddamn speaking? And I told you at the beginning of the show, we hung up Logan Gilbert day because the Mariners are fucking moose shit. Okay? You know what Logan Gilbert can't do? He can't win games when his team puts up no fucking runs, Wags, all right?
Yeah.
Don't you dare start talking shit about my goat. It's not my fault. This team is fucking ass.
Marcus Stroman gets shelled.
He's not getting fucking shelled, dude.
Getting
You know what? That's what everyone told me all offseason when I was like, I'm putting Marcus Stroman in my goat wells. Dude, this is a year he's getting fucking shelled.
He's going to get shelled.
Marcus Stroman's fucking moose shit pitcher. He fucking didn't let up a single run last start.
Should come back to this on Monday when he lets up like 4 runs today.
Dude, he's not letting up shit.
He might.
He's not letting up shit.
He might.
Not letting up shit. They're playing at 10, but guess what? Coins must be had, Chris. And we're taking the Yankees money line. I'm over it. Or, just take the Yankees first 5, because guess what? Stroman doesn't fucking matter. Don't even take the risk of the Yankees losing.
Now that one.
Stroman on the bump.
That one didn't sound bad.
Just take the Yankees first 5, money line. How's your mother? Bang that. You know what I'm saying? Sure, man. The Dodgers are minus 340.
Ew.
At what point do we just take the other team for a sprinkle every game?
Yeah.
Like, at what point? Minus 340 in a fucking baseball game?
Yeah, that's
what?
That's gross.
This isn't the goddamn Chiefs.
If you faded the Dodgers,
the Rockies can win ball games.
I'm genuinely curious. If you faded the Dodgers every single day throughout the season for 162 games, what is your profit looking like on that at the end of the year?
Dude, I don't know. Dude.
You got to be profitable, right?
Juice, there's no such thing as a Brian Woe day. There's 2 days. Marcus Stroman and Logan Gilbert. All right? Enough with the days. We can't just be giving days to people. All right, guys? There's Marcus Stroman day and there's Logan Gilbert day. That's it. Shoot an MLB show, the franchise mode, and just trade for all certified Mike guys. See how they do. I'll tell you what, my pitching lineup would be fucking disgusting.
Seager day, Lauren? Seager day.
It would be, yeah, we can give Seager a day. Seager could have a day. I'll tell you what my pitching rotation would be. You want to know what my pitching rotation would be?
Yeah, for all-time Mikey guys?
Yeah. Well, just maybe for this year. Marcus Stroman, Logan Gilbert, Seth Lugo.
Okay. Miles Michaelis make it in there? No. Okay.
Paul Skeens.
Yep.
He's a Mikey Over guy just because he's dating Olivia. I mean, that's just great work out of him on and off the field. And then my batters would be Estoy Ruiz from the Athletics.
Nice.
CJ Abrams.
Nice.
From the Nationals. Tatis from the Padres. Bobby Witt from the Royals. Ellie De La Cruz. O'Neal Cruz. Yeah. How many batters you get? 9?
That's like an all-time. Ozuna from the Braves.
Oh, Acuna. Michael Harris from the Braves as well. The last batter to round.
That's a lot of swag in one lineup.
The last batter to round it out probably would be J-Rod. Dude, that team literally goes undefeated. Stroman, Gilbert, Lugo, Skeens, and then that batting lineup, literally goes.
A lot of speed on that team.
Yeah, that's a lot of speed. Maybe Bryce Harper for O'Neal Cruz.
Some fast guys, a little bit pop.
That team would be swaggy and rip that.
That would be.
I don't know who's catching. Everyone's going to have to change their positions.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of those guys played the same position.
Some of those guys, they probably caught.
We're going to have to be fluid lineup. We're playing
Yeah.
positionless baseball.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're fast, you can play the outfield.
Yeah, we can also put Caitlyn Clark at second base. I like that comment. She could work her way in there. That's fine.
You might need a little bit more pop, but
just a little bit more pop. But you know what? Though we're playing positionless baseball. We're just manufacturing runs.
Yeah,
that's all we're doing.
That seems like a small ball lineup. A lot of bunts.
Yeah, dude.
Just doubles in the gap.
Moving, stealing bags like it's our job, dude. Yeah, we're busted. I love that.
You're stealing literally every single play.
Yeah, there's not a bag that's not stolen. We're leaving the stadium with every bag.
Second, boom, steal.
We're leaving the stadium with every bag.
Stealing.
All right, Nick. There's a Champions League final on Saturday. I want to talk about it.
There's a Champions League. Real Madrid
plays Borussia
Dortmund.
And it is Marco Reus's last dance. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I put Bobby Witt in there. He was in there. So here's what we're going to do.
Pay attention, Lauren.
Lauren, just
not locked on a Friday.
Break the notebook out. Madrid plays Dortmund. Do I want to fade Dortmund? Yes. Did I grow up loving Marco Reus? Yes. So will I fade Dortmund and pick a side in this game? No, I will not. What I will do, though, Nick, is I'll tell you this. Dortmund has surprised people every step of the way this year in the Champions League. If you told me that the Champions League final would be Real Madrid-Dortmund, I would say, what did you smoke before you said Dortmund? They weren't supposed to be here. They're not supposed to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both teams to score. And I'm going to take the over at 2.5. And that's all I'm going to sweat. Because I'll tell you what, Dortmund has shocked everyone every step of the way. And they get goals. Vinicius Jr. will get a goal by himself. Okay? So both teams are going to score. The game's going to go over. And if I had to bet on a side, I'd probably take Real Madrid just because I feel like that midfield is unbeatable. You're probably getting the last year out of Toni Kroos. You're definitely getting the last year out of Toni Kroos on Real Madrid. You're probably getting the last year out of Luka Modric on Real Madrid as well. There's a lot of guys going out that I grew up watching. So I feel like I just want to take both teams to score and the over at 2.5 and watch a really good soccer game.
Refresh me. I'm a non-soccer bettor. So in a 1-1 draw, after extra time goes to PKs, is that an under, or do you?
No, it's under. Yeah, it all settles in 90 minutes.
Got it.
But that would be both. Teams.
Oh, it settles at 90 minutes.
But both teams do score in that situation. So I'm hedging myself, unless someone wins 2-0, then I'm in moot shit.
Can you take over 2.5 plus extra time?
I don't think so. No, maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
I know all soccer bets are settled in 90 minutes, and 90 minutes that includes extra time.
Gotcha.
So like 90 plus 5.
Yeah. Not including the because it goes to extra time.
Yeah, it doesn't include the extra time after the
extra time. And then it goes into PKs after that.
Yeah. So I'm going to take both teams score in the over in the Champions League final.
I like that.
I don't see that game finishing 1-0. I don't see either team winning 2-0. I think there's going to be at least 3 goals, and I think both teams are going to score because I feel like Dortmund has shocked people in the entire season. I wouldn't be shocked if Julian Brandt gets one in this game. I wouldn't be shocked if Vinny gets one for Real Madrid because he's literally untouchable right now. So both teams score and the over.
Biggest game of the year.
Jude Bellingham might score too. I mean, we can just list names. Jude Bellingham might score. I think it would be cool if Dortmund won, though, because Marco Reus gets to go out getting the trophy that he's chased his entire career in his last year with his boyhood club that he played every fucking year for. So I think that would be really cool. But I think it would also be cool if Real Madrid won because you get that new guard. Jude Bellingham, Vinny, Mbappe's coming over in the summer. Rodrigo, you kind of got that new guard of the footballing world kind of taking over here. So
Chad asked, where is the game at?
The game is at
Wembley.
Is it in England?
Wembley.
It might be at Wembley.
That's what Chad's saying.
Wow, so maybe a Jude Bellingham return to England goal. It was always the under. All right, Travis. Why do you got to come in here with that?
We will be sweating that one out while we are watching PLL. So that'll be.
So you guys, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a day sweats on Saturday. It's gonna be me, Krabs, Lauren, Trent. I think Chili 6 will not be chilly, but we will be sweating on the Bookit YouTube and Twitch and our Twitters, and we're just gonna try to get dirty, weird, and win some bets and get weird and dirty.
Have fun.
How does
Sweating
that sound?
out that first to 3 goal in PLL.
We're going to sweat out a first to 3 goal. It's going to be electric. I'm taking the Water Dogs because Michael Sowers is my GOAT, not Jeff Teat, because he's got to prove it.
A lot of coin to make
Got
this
to prove
weekend.
it. Yeah, Jude Bellingham returning to England and playing his former team. That could be a donk de Rafi.
Also, good UFC fight this weekend.
Oh, yes.
Poirier Makhachev.
I do want to take Dustin Poirier, but I've heard rumors that Makhachev is just a buzzsaw.
Makhachev, I think, is going to dust Poirier.
Yep, that could be. I mean, listen, man, we could be sitting here going, Nick had the script. Nick had the script. I'm not betting any WNBA today. Apologies. Not that you wanted them, because all I do is bet on the fever. But yeah, I feel like just to round it up, taking the over in the Stars game, taking both teams to score, and the over 2.5 in the Champions League final, taking the Phillies -1.5, taking the Yankees money line. We're taking the Royals at plus chicken because I can't stop. I will not stop. And I feel like as well for Gucci in the chat, might as well take the Orioles money line as well because the Rays are moose shit. Those are the baseball bets. I don't think there's any other games on today other than some baseball and hockey, which is a moose shit slate. But those are the bets that I'm riding with today. Should we cook a little two-piece prize picks?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You're going to hate my square, though.
It's okay. What do you got?
Well, Trent is fading. It's the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals. And I'm riding with Mason Wynn's hit streak. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Demon Square on PrizePicks. If there's anybody to beat a boss level Trent,
you think it's Mason Wynn?
It's Mason Wynn.
That is insane.
It's Mason Wynn.
We work with this guy every
Terrible.
day.
Yeah, no, everyone's
not a level of player that can beat.
I'm gonna get
Trent.
flamed in this for chat.
That is an insane square out of you. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take you over to the puck.
With our guy. Got to ride with our guy.
I'm gonna take you over to the puck, and I'm peeping some shit right now. And I feel like.
Also, maybe Robo to get a point. I feel like
in a game like this, give me McDavid over half a goal. Demon. We'll do a double demon. I could see McDavid scoring today. I could see him scoring every day of the week. Doesn't matter to me. Let's do a double demon. Mason Wynn 1.5 hits. Connor McDavid. Gino. That's your entry for today's TMA 2-piece. We are, in fact, done with today's show. We end every episode with a little inspiration, a little motivation. Here's what I'm going to tell you today. It's a Friday, guys. All right? Just go have fun, man. I know the work week can be really hard. I know you got a lot of things on your mind. I know you probably got a lot of responsibilities. But once your work ends on a Friday, just take the weights off the shoulders and just have a little bit of fun, man. What's life without a little fun? Can't take life so seriously all the time. You can't be taking things so seriously all the time. So on a Friday, make some room to have some fun and enjoy yourself. And if enjoy yourself means you're sitting on the couch watching the games without opening your phone, do that. If enjoying yourself means having a couple too many beers at the bar with your buddies, do that. If it means going for a walk, do that. Do something today that makes you happy, okay? Because too many times we live for the things that make us unhappy. So on a Friday, why don't you do something that makes you happy? I love you guys so much. Take one step forward for me today. I know how hard life can be. I'm not asking you to sprint or jog. Just asking you to take one step forward with me today. And who knows, by the end of the year, we might just be sprinting together. I love you guys so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. From the morning after, you say right there, we got BTL coming up next. All the sharp bets on a slate that you definitely need them for today. I'm tailing the squad right again today, unless it is an under or it is on the opposite side of my baseball card. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here on Monday. Closing.